welcome to Ins and Outs, another episode. I'm your show host, Andrew Botros. Today we are joined by some youth from St. Mark's Church, some familiar faces that have been on the show before. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks, man.
To my right, I've got Team Red with Michael, Jacob and Martin. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
and to my left, I've got Team Blue with Clara, Marina and Anthony. Welcome to the show as well. As usual, this show is a trivia-based show with biblical questions and general ability. Today's delegated chapters are Acts chapter 27 and 28. Each correct question will yield you 10 points and each incorrect question will minus 10 points from your total score. And you both will be starting off on 100 points each. We'll now be starting off round 1 with 5 questions for Team Red. Let's begin. What is XV in Roman numerals?
15.
Correct. In Acts chapter 27, what was the first thing the people threw off the ship to lighten the load?
The wheat.
That is incorrect. It was the tackle. What is the Earth's largest continent?
Oh, Europe.
Incorrect. It's Asia. In which book series does Neville Longbottom appear?
Harry Potter.
That is correct. In Acts chapter 28, what was the name of the island that the people crashed on?
Malta.
That is correct. Well done to Team Red, you're on 120 points. Now on to Team Blue, 5 questions for you guys. What is IX in Roman numerals?
9.
That is correct. In Acts 27, how many nights passed before the sailors sensed that they were near some land?
14.
That's correct. Which African nation has the most pyramids? That is incorrect.
Nation.
Incorrect, it's Sudan. What type of reptile can detach their tails when they are endangered?
Sorry.
Correct. In Acts chapter 28, what creature attacked Paul but he suffered no
Viper.
harm? That is correct. Well done to Team Blue, 130 points, and Team Red just slightly behind them with 120 points. Now, going to starting off with round 2, 60 seconds on the clock. Everyone's hands on the buzzers. Starting now. After Jesus fed the 5,000, how many baskets were left over? Number 5.
12.
That is correct. In Acts chapter 27, what did St. Paul do on the 14th day that can be likened? Number 5.
Can we take it?
He ate.
Can we take it? No, we can't.
Incorrect. He took bread, gave thanks, and gave...
Eucharist!
That's right, we'll take it.
What is the oldest city in the world? Number
Egypt.
5.
Egypt.
Incorrect. It's Damascus.
City.
What is the only fruit that has its seeds on the outside? Number 5.
Strawberry.
Correct.
Nice.
In Acts chapter 28, after Paul had shaken off the viper from his arm, what did the natives think the apple was? Number 5.
A god.
Correct. How many seconds in 2 hours? Number 3.
720. 200. 7,200.
That is correct.
Oh
In
my
the first
god,
hour
said it
in
wrong.
the Agbeya, what comes directly after the absolution? Number 6.
Concluding prayer?
The second absolution. Incorrect. Who recognized Jesus as the Messiah when he was presented to the temple as a baby? Number 3.
The priest. I can't.
What's his
Can we
name?
take it? Can we take it?
Incorrect.
Can we take it?
His name is
Simeon. Oh, we should have got that.
They can't
No,
take it.
I lose a
They
point.
don't get anything.
But we lose points.
How many red stripes are there on the American flag? Number 2.
10.
Incorrect, it's 7. What number doesn't have its own Roman numeral? Number 1.
0.
That's correct. What is the symbol for copper? Number 5.
See you.
Correct. What is the only metal that is liquid at normal? Number 6.
Mercury?
Correct. What is the only even prime number?
2.
Correct. Who is the highest priest of Jerusalem that put Jesus on trial?
Caiaphas?
Correct. That's round 2 complete. Team Blue is in the lead with 160 points and Team Red is on 130 points. Well done, guys. We're now going to be starting round 3, which is a true or false round. Hand on the buzzer, starting now. Nitrogen is the most abundant element in the universe. True or false? Number 4.
True.
That is correct. It's false.
Hydrogen.
It's better for
The
us.
Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona. True or false? Number 2.
True.
That is correct. In Acts chapter 27, the name of the storm which Paul sailed through was Galileo. True or false? Number 2.
True.
Correct. False. If you printed out the number googolplex, the total weight of paper needed would be more than the weight of the earth. Number 2.
True.
That is correct. When John the Baptist lived in the desert, he ate flies. True or false? Number 2.
False.
That's correct. He ate locusts. True or false? Most of the river Nile is located in Egypt. Number 2.
False.
That is correct. Only 22%. True or false? At the end of Acts 27, the soldiers' plan was to kill the prisoners in case they had. Number 5.
True.
That's correct. True or false? The color orange is named after the fruit. Number 1.
True.
Correct. True or false? In Acts 28, when Paul and the others crashed in Malta, the natives tried to kill them. Number 5.
False.
Correct. True or false? A nonagon has 11 sides. Number 6.
False.
That is correct. It's got 9 sides. Well done to Team Red, catching up on 170 points, but Team Blue is still in the lead with 180 points. Now we're doing round 4, testing your memory round. I'll be reading out a passage and you guys listen attentively and answer the questions that will be following. Passage will be read now. On this day, Saint Zacharias the monk departed. His father's name was Carios. He was married but longed for a monastic life. He told his wife what was on his mind and she agreed to it. Carios had a son called Zacharias and a daughter. He left them with their mother and went to the desert of Skeet and became a monk at the hands of a holy man. Shortly after, there was a great famine in the country, and his wife took the 2 children and came to the desert where Father Carios was. She complained to him about the tribulation which had come upon her through the famine, and handed him the children. But Carios told her, God has divided the children between us. You take the girl and leave the boy with me. She took the daughter and departed. Carios took his son Zacharias and brought him to the elders who prayed over him, and they prophesied that he would become a perfect monk. Zacharias was brought up well in the desert and advanced in every virtue. Because he was exceedingly handsome and his fair look, there were many murmurs in the desert because of him, and they said, how is it that a boy like that dwells in the desert among the monks? When Saint Zacharias heard that, he went to the lake of El Natrum, which was very salty. Without telling anyone, took off his apparel and plunged his body into the lake, remained in it for many hours. The color of his body became black and he looked like a leper. He went forth from the water and put on his apparel and came to his father, who did not recognize him until he stared at him closely. When he asked him about what change in his appearance, he told him what he had done. When it was Sunday, he went with his father to the church to partake of the holy mysteries. The Lord revealed to Saint Isidore the priest of Skeet what Saint Zacharias had done. He marveled and said to the monk, Zacharias received the offering last Sunday as a man, but now he has become an angel. This saint possessed many virtues, especially the virtue of humility, in which he had reached to such a degree of perfection that his father said about him, I have labored greatly in the fight, but I have never attained the extent of my son Zacharias. Saint Zacharias lived a strenuous life and strove exceedingly hard for 45 years. When he came to the desert, he was 7 years old, and all of the days of his life numbered 52 years. Then he departed in peace. Questions starting now. What was Zacharias' father's name? Number 6.
Carios.
Correct. How many children did Carios have? Number 6.
2.
Correct. Which desert did Carios? Number 6.
Skeet.
Correct. What did the elders prophesy about? Number 3.
The perfect monk.
Correct. What was said about Zacharias' physical appearance? Number 3.
He was fair and handsome.
Correct. What is the name of the lake which Zacharias? Number 6.
El Natun.
Correct. What is the name of the priest which God revealed? Number 6.
Isidore.
That's correct. How old was Zacharias when he came to number 5?
7.
Correct. At what age did Zacharias pass away? Number 3.
52.
Correct. True or false? Zacharias' mum took her daughter and went to the nunnery.
True.
Incorrect. It was false. She did not go to the nunnery.
They just left.
Very intense round. 190 points to Team Red, but Team Blue is still in the lead with 240 points. Well done, guys. Now we're going to be starting off the last round, which is round 5. 1 minute on the clock. Free for all. Hands on the buzzers. Starting now. What is the nationality of Picasso? Number 3.
French.
Incorrect. He was Spanish. In Acts 28, how long did Paul and his companions stay in Malta? Number 5.
3 months.
That is correct. What is the study of stars, planets, and galaxies? Number 3.
Astrology.
Astronomy, not
Astronomy.
astrology. Incorrect.
Good stuff.
Which restaurant mascot is a clown? Number 3.
Macca's.
Correct. What are the ends of a bar magnet called? Number 3.
Paul.
Correct. 1. Who was Moses' successor, or who led the people to the promised land? Number 6.
Joshua.
Correct. In Acts 27, what is the name of the centurion of the Augustan regiment? Number 5.
Julius.
Correct. What organ filters blood and helps? Number 3.
Kidney.
Correct. In Acts 27, how many people were on the ship?
276.
Wow, correct. In Roman numerals, what is IX plus V? Number 3.
16.
Correct. 14. What does Paul often refer to the people of the church as? Number
Brethren.
6. Incorrect. Saints. In the Agbeya, what comes directly after the 12th hour? Number 5.
Midnight prayers.
Incorrect. The prayer of the veil. What sport do the Harlem Globetrotters play? Number 6.
Basketball.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Last question. What brand is the slogan from? Eat fresh. Number 3.
Subway.
That's correct. And that concludes round 5. Well done to all the participants.
And the winner is...
I like this.
We hope you guys, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please join us for another episode of Ins and Out. Have a good night and God bless.